Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
Alana, Beryl, record-setting first Cat 4 and Cat 5 this early in the season in that part of the world, and we know the heat and the warm water really fuel those storms, right?
Very, very much so. And when you talk about that Category 5, we only had one other storm in July that was a Cat 5. That hit on July 17th, so this is the earliest Category 5 to be noted in July. So Beryl still producing records, and with those warm sea surface temperatures, not losing total steam. That is a dangerous storm, and it has been, and it continues. So hopefully, when it makes landfall, it weakens, and it will continue to weaken as it runs into wind shear. Live view from Linden. A little closer to home, we've got dry conditions, clear skies, and a lot of people on the beach. Happy 4th of July, friends. I hope you're inside and you're taking it easy today. Northwest flow bringing in cooler conditions than normal, and we're dry out there. As we look at our fire alerts, we do have red flag warnings in place until 9 p.m. tonight for the western Uinta Basin, as well as the San Rafael Swell. This is because of the winds added with the dry conditions and the heat. A fire start would go very quickly in these regions, so we want to be extra careful, which I know everyone's going to be as they head out to do their fireworks or view a drone show. Drought monitor new today, abnormally dry conditions in yellow. You note those on the eastern side of the state, down in southern Utah, sliver of Washington County and Kane County, and then new this week towards Cache Valley. But overall, we have stepped away from moderate drought, meaning a bulk of the Beehive State, 74% of Utah, not facing drought conditions at all. Abnormally dry, not totally considered on the drought monitor, meaning that throughout the state, we're not facing drought. That's two back-to-back winters where we did really well, and you just wish we could keep that pattern going. Love to be able to see that, but we know we're drying out with the heat as we get through the next several days. Live view from St. George, where Independence Day has brought 107 for that temperature. The heat is on in the south, and it's going to continue to build. We look at those 90s on the eastern side of the state. You can almost cut the state in half, where you've got those 90s in south central Utah, and then 80s start to filter in for the central portion of the state with the Wasatch Front with gorgeous conditions. Usually 91 is our average high. We're at 84. I love that for us. 80s turning to 70s. ABC 4 News at 10, 74 degrees with clear skies. So if you're going to be out viewing the skies, great night to do it. You're going to see the fireworks and the drone shows very clearly, and you don't have to worry about a storm. Temperatures do climb as we get through the next several days, including your extended holiday weekend. We hit average as we head into Saturday, and then look at next week where we jump above average with the heat. So we've enjoyed a nice and seasonably cool start to July, but that changes quickly, not just for the north, but we stay well above average to the south. That sliver of white-hot heat is prompting new heat alerts. We talked about the excessive heat warnings for lower Washington County and over towards Glen Canyon. They have been expanded. Starts 9 a.m. Sunday, now holds until 9 p.m. Tuesday. We could see that extended as well. So we're going to watch carefully, but just know that dangerous heat is building. We're forewarning you early because the warnings are up. And it's all because of this area of high pressure, which gradually moves east as we get through the next 7 days. You're going to watch that high with its clockwise flow. The ridge sets up and centers up over the Great Basin. We get very hot conditions underneath this dome of heat. As it moves towards the Beehive State and centers up over the Great Basin, we start to see northern Utah getting in on the mix. Triple-digit heat wants to come back. It is going to be very hot in southern Utah. As we look at where the rain is, it's not in the Beehive State. That ridge also blocks storms, and over the next 7 days, we stay dry while the Midwest and the East Coast, they see that wet weather. Of course, tropical plays into that towards the Gulf. Futurecast keeps us quiet. A few clouds towards the Uinta Basin. We get weak disturbances on the edge of the ridge. That's going to uptick winds, and as a result, we get fire weather watches returning for the basin and the swell, same areas underneath red flag today. This is for Saturday. So we see an appearance of fire danger for your holiday weekend. 80s and 90s, 108 in St. George tomorrow. The heat is on, and you're going to notice that there as we kind of pull through those fire alerts, something you have to be aware of. As we look at the 7-day here, it's going to show you those records. 112 by Monday, 114 by Wednesday. I mean, this is dangerous, intense heat, folks. Start planning now. In St. George, you cool off by 10 p.m., but only into the 90s. I know, I wish I could give you maybe a few 70s your way. Wasatch Front climbs with those temps. Triple-digit heat returns. It's the 4th of July, and we've got the 80s. That's a beautiful holiday,
We're
friends.
thankful for that.
Yes.
That's freedom right there.
Yeah,
folks. That's
it is.
freedom.